Mr. E here with another SolidWorks for Students tutorial videos as we're learning the basics of SolidWorks together here for students and beginners. And in this one, we're doing what might be my favorite starter project of all time, which is making a simple coffee mug as a 3D part in SolidWorks. So let's do that. We're first going to start any project by making a sketch, and I'm going to choose my top plane to make this sketch here. Now, obviously, once we go into sketch mode, we have a number of sketching tools to work from. The first thing we need for our coffee mug would in fact be a circle. So I'm going to grab the circle tool, click right in my center origin, and I can just create a circle here. Now, you can go ahead and punch in your dimensions by using your Smart Dimension tool here. So I'm going to click Smart Dimension and just click on the outer edge of my circle. And I can set the diameter of that to be, let's say, 3 inches. Cool. All right, we have that there. So let's go ahead and exit our sketch. And you'll see that we just drew a nice little flat circle on our plane. Now, to turn this into a 3D part, let's click Extrude, Boss and Base. And the circle should be automatically selected, but if not, you can always click on that sketch feature and you have this little arrow to set your extrusion height, or you can punch in your dimension here. Now, the extrude tool can be used for a lot of different things, not just push and pull like this. So make sure you check out my extrude tutorial video if you want to learn more about any of these tools individually. But I'm just going to set the height of my circle to in fact be 3 inches. Let's hit the check. All right, so there we go. So we have our cylinder, and of course we want to turn this into a cup. So we can do this in a couple different ways. We could draw another circle on the surface of this cup and then use extruded cut to cut that in, or we could also use the shell tool. So if I grab my shell tool and just click on the surface of my cup, I can go ahead and shell. If I click Show Preview here, you'll see that this will hollow out the cup feature with a wall thickness of 0.1 inches by default. I'm going to make that 0.125, just 1/8 of an inch for a wall thickness, and then hit my green check. And now you'll see that we have a hollow cup body. But we need a handle at this point. So let's go ahead and make another sketch, and this time we can do that on either the front or the right plane. I'll click my right plane and then click Sketch. And that's going to draw me on the right side. Now you'll notice that this just flipped me around in the wrong orientation. That must be how I have my document set up here. So I'm just going to reorient myself based with how I've opened my cup. All right, so I'm looking at it from the right-hand side. And I need to go ahead and draw my handle. And there's probably 2 different ways to do this. The easiest way, and the first way I'm going to show you, is with a simple 2D profile and an extrusion. But I will show you how to use some of these other tools as well afterwards. Now first, let's go ahead and change our display style to be wireframe like this, so I can actually see my wall here. And I'm just going to change my view to lock me into a nice flat right-hand side perspective view. Okay, and we can see our wall in this wireframe because obviously we want our handle to in fact be aligned with the wall of the cup. So with that, I'm going to grab my arc tool, specifically the 3-point arc tool. And to use the 3-point arc tool, you choose your starting point, your ending point. You'll notice I get this nice little construction line to show me that I'm lined up here. And then my midpoint. And I'm just going to draw a nice handle profile. I'm then going to draw another arc, either in the inside of it freehand, or you could use the offset tool to actually offset that first arc you did, something like this. And then we're going to make it a closed shape by using our line tool and just clicking on our ends to close this out like so. Cool. Now we're going to go ahead and extrude this shape. So let's hit Exit Sketch, Extrude. All right. And if the orientation is throwing you off here a little bit, you can go back to your shaded view, right? And you can see that we're extruding this profile. Now I don't want to just extrude on one side like this. That's not what I want. I need a symmetrical extrusion, okay? So we can do that by actually adding a second direction here, right? So my first direction, let's go something like 0.125 inches. And my second direction, let's also go 0.125 inches. So now I have a 1/4 inch handle that's extruded symmetrically in both directions, okay? So let's go ahead and hit our checkbox. and you'll go and see that we have a nice little handle. Now, that is just one way to do a handle, a pretty simple profile, but there's a lot of other tools that we'll dive deeper in some of my other tutorials. But sweep is a cool way to actually sweep a profile around a path, right? So let me show you how I did that. I'm just going to actually delete this handle that I created, all right? And I'll delete that as well. And let's say that I did want to do a different type of sweep handle. Well, to do a sweep, you need two things. You need a path and a profile, right? So on my right plane, I'm going to make a new sketch. And I know I'm upside down, but that's okay. It doesn't actually matter for this one. And I'm just going to make a path to sweep along using my arc tool, right? So I'm going to make myself an arc like so, but I won't make it a closed shape. I'm just going to leave it an open arc like this. All right, cool. So now I need to make a profile to actually sweep along this. And I want to draw this just on the inner edge of my mug, but this is of course a curved surface, so I can't make a sketch on a curved surface. We have work planes, like for example, I have the front plane, but it is not in the correct location. I need it to be on the edge of my mug, not in the center. But we can actually create a new plane based on this front one, right? So with my front one selected, under reference geometry, click plane. We can make a new plane based on my front plane just by increasing this offset. So let's see, so I want to be just in my wall. I think that looks pretty good. Just in the wall of my cup here, maybe just slightly more. Let's go 0.145. Perfect. All right, and we have a new plane. Awesome. Now on this new plane, let's make a sketch. And we're going to draw a profile to sweep along our path. So just at the top of my path here, I'm going to use the ellipse tool to draw an ellipse, which is an oval, something like that. Just so it's on our plane and at the top of our sweep path, right? Cool. I'm going to exit the sketch. And now if we click the drop down below extruded base, we can click sweep, and we're going to sweep two things. We're going to sweep a sketch profile, so that's this sketch profile, along this sketch path. So notice sketch 4 is my profile, sketch 3 here is my path, and let's hit our checkbox. Okay, so it seems I have an error, and that error is that my path does not intersect with my plane. Now, I drew the path before I drew my plane, so I don't think I quite lined this up correctly here. Let's see. Yeah, you'll notice that my path doesn't come all the way down to my plane. All right, so let's cancel this for a minute. Let's come back into this sweep path. So I'm going to edit this sketch, and let's pull this guy a little bit more inwards, let's see. So that way the plane and the path intersect. Let's see if that works, right? So I just pulled my path in there a little bit more. Okay, cool. Let's exit that and let's try to do this sweep again. So our profile is this. Our path is this. That's looking more promising as we have these options of how far we'd like to sweep. So I want to sweep all the way around the path, right? Or you can choose where you want to start and end your sweep, which is kind of handy, right? And then we can hit the checkbox. Cool. Let's go back to our shaded view, and yeah, we have a different handle. So two different ways to draw a handle. I'm just going to hide this plane just to turn this off, right? So two different ways to draw a handle to make your mug. But listen, we can actually do a little bit more with this. We've made a basic mug, which is pretty cool, but we're going to do a little bit more because SolidWorks gives you a number of tools to actually increase the overall aesthetics and features of your parts, as well as do some basic rendering, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a second extrusion on the lid of my mug because I want to render this with different materials, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So let me click on the surface of my mug. I'm going to make a new sketch, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give myself a new sketch profile that lines up with my mug features, okay? Just like so. So I just copied my two circles of the inner mug, outer mug, right? Let's exit that and let's hit extrude. And I'm just going to extrude this as a new ring, just a little bit higher, right? Just a little bit up. The difference is I'm not going to merge this. So I'm going to keep this unmerged, which means that these are going to be two separate parts of my model. And we'll hit the checkbox here. Okay, and you can see that they are not connected. There's a line, right? Hold that thought. You'll see why I did that in a moment. But what I also want to do is I want to add some fillets and chamfers here. So if you right click on any edge of your part, you have the ability of adding a fillet or a chamfer. A fillet's like a curved profile. So if I click fillet, I can increase the radius of my fillet. Let's do a preview here. Whoa, that's way too much. So you can see what I'm doing. And then a chamfer would be a slanted edge, right? So there's a nice rounded fillet. And let me do a smaller fillet on the inside up here. So I'm going to click on this inner face, fillet that whole face. Let's do full preview and let's just increase this a little bit. Looks like I'm not getting any fillet there. Is this too big of a fillet? Let's see, 0.05. Yeah, there we go. So if your fillet doesn't appear, you might have too much of a fillet to actually fit. So this is a relatively small face, so the default wasn't showing up there. So notice that like if I did the default of 0.1, if I do the default 0.1, I get no preview. And if I hit the check, I'd get an error message, right? So I'm gonna come down a little bit smaller, 0.06. And now you can see we have a preview because the fillet just fits within that radius there. Cool, so let me check that box. All right, so now we have a mug that's looking a little bit more real world, but like I said, we can do some simple rendering, right? So this is your part panel. Let's head over to the display manager and your appearances, right? So this is how we can actually adjust, the rendering for our part to make it look even more realistic. I'm going to open up the appearance library here, and you'll see that you have a bunch of different colors and scenes and things like that. So if I head over to metal, this is why I want to make multiple parts. I want to find some type of, let's see, what do I have? Maybe under steel, is there, here we go, brushed steel. I want to do brushed steel on this upper part, right? So when I drag that over, I can choose, do I want to do the whole body, or just a face, or just an extrusion? If I click body, notice just my upper part did this brushed steel because I extruded that as a separate ring, which is kind of nice when you do separate features. I'm also going to go brushed steel on the inside, and this time I'm going to do just on the shell, right? So the inner one's brushed steel. Now on the outer one, let's see if we can find, do we have any type of painted? Let's go to solid, painted, here we go. Powder coat, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go dark powder coat on the body, right? So that's looking pretty cool. Dark powder coat, if I zoom in, you can see there's a nice little powder coat texture on that, which is pretty cool. We can increase our view by actually turning it on just shaded, not shaded wireframe. There we go. And you also have in the appearance panels here, scenes, right? So let's head back over to the scenes, and we have some studio scenes, some basic scenes, right? So we can change things up here. Let's see, grill lighting, whatever it is, studio scenes, basic scenes. Here we go. Let's go, I don't know, softbox. I can drag that scene out. There we go. Let's find a nice angle, which is pretty cool. You also have your controls over here for your different lighting and your ambient lighting, so you can adjust the lighting in your scene. So I can double click on that and change my lighting. I have directional lights in this scene, so I can change my directional light brightness and things like that. I can change the angle of my directional lights by adjusting them over here, like so. Let's see my directional 2. Where's directional 2? Yeah, that one's coming down, so I can play with that quite a bit. There we go. Get a nice direction on that. Oop, too much. Cool. And you also have your camera. So you can also adjust like your camera or create a walkthrough as well if you're making a larger part. But now that looks pretty nicely rendered for us to grab a screen grab or a screenshot of that. If you want to save that, you could do that and just hit File, Save As. And you'll notice you have the chance to save it as a TIFF or an image file. as well as, of course, exporting it as any other type of part. So there we go. Making a coffee mug in SolidWorks, couple different ways to draw a handle, adding some nice textures and rendering there. One of my favorite intro projects as you get to grips with this CAD program. Stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.